Hello. Today we were talking about the Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 19, Episode 10. Let's jump right in. So the episode opens up with Tamara inviting Shannon to Temecula for a quick trip to get away, and Shannon doesn't seem very excited about it. She, of course, is at odds with Tamara and has reservations about going on a trip that she's hosting, obviously. The other thing, too, is that this is to like a winery. I don't know much about Temecula, but it's to a winery, which seems very interesting because Gina's sober. Tamara's trying to be sober. Shannon's trying to be sober. Oh, I guess I didn't say. The trip is for Jen, Shannon, and Tamara. And I think it's more of like an apology trip for Tamara to apologize to Shannon. So because Jen and Gina are kind of in Tamara's good graces now, she wants backup. Is basically the moral of the trip. But it's weird that they're going to a winery. Shannon says in her interview she doesn't know which Tamara she's going to get on this trip, either the fun-loving Tamara that they have fun together or the one that's screaming at her. Valid. Gina, Jen, and Shannon all meet up for lunch. They all discuss being invited by Tamara to the Temecula trip. Meanwhile, Tamara and Emily meet up to go shopping, and Tamara tells Emily that Shannon was a hot mess when she called her to invite her to the trip, and Shannon was not very excited about it when Tamara invited her. So she's basically talking crap about Shannon. She's trying to make up with her, but then she's talking crap about her. She's like, her boobs were out, her hair was a mess, like she was a disaster. It's like, Tamara, pick a lane. Like, are you like trying to apologize and be nice, or like, are we gonna perpetuate the meanness? Shannon tells Jen and Gina that she's not sure about going on the trip because she doesn't know if she wants to work on a relationship with Tamara. And they tell her they really want her to go. It's really sweet. They're like, no, we really want you to go on the trip. Please go. Emily tells Tamara that the Temecula trip is going to be a hot mess, which I agree. Heather has Dylan Mulvaney on her podcast, who is a trans actress, and they talk about how Heather has been so supportive to the trans community. And then Heather brings up that all of her kids are different genders and have different sexual identities, and she just wants to make the world a more accepting place for everybody, which like warms my heart. It's so sweet that this is Heather's mission to kind of better the world. Emily and Jen volunteer at an animal shelter, and Emily opens up a bit to Jen about how she's struggling as a parent with her kids because she was giving so much attention to Luke, who is the one that's having things going on, possibly has autism, and then neglecting her other children because she thought they didn't really need her as much. But she says she's realizing now that they all need her in different ways, which is a very profound thing. That's why I wanted to put it in here, because it doesn't necessarily like relate to the drama, but like Emily saying like all of my children need me in equally as much, but in different ways. Like that just like resonated with me, like a really profound, like sweet revelation for Emily. Heather FaceTimes Emily to invite her to a sleepover at her place, her condo downtown in LA, with Gretchen because they weren't invited on a Temecula apology trip. So she's like, let's get together and let's do something without those other girls. She's like, we'll have dinner, we'll have a little sleepover, it'll be cute. Of course, it's Heather Dubrow style. You'll see in a second. Emily says it's great timing because she needs a little fun girl time with everything that's going on in her life right now. Tamara is packing for the Temecula trip, and she shares with her daughter that she got Shannon a self-help book named How Not to Be a Miserable Cow. Okay, let's calm it down, Tamara. And she even says that it has giant text so Shannon can actually read it. Tamara, again, we're being mean. Like, what lane are we picking? Are we trying to fix things with Shannon, or are we being mean? Because you're going to fix things and she's going to see that you're talking crap about her. Gretchen and Emily arrive to Heather's penthouse for their sleepover night. Gina, Shannon, Tamara, and Jen all arrive to their house in Temecula, which, by the way, looks absolutely stunning and sickening. Shannon gives us a little, of course, gem of hilarity. She packed out an entire suitcase of like kitchen appliances. She's like, I need an emulsion blender, and she like brought pasta. She's like, I'm making a meal, so I needed all this stuff. But she packed like one of those giant suitcases that she would take to Europe, full of like stuff like a platter, a serving platter. It's hysterical. Tamara hired motorcycles to take the girls around for their wine tasting, and of course the girls are once again in their heels and their Gucci and like all like skirts. They're getting all these like, they're like sitting in the sidecar things, but still it's so funny that these girls get so dressed up and then they do these like wild adventure things. Like, wouldn't you know, you're going to a wine tasting in like dirt and you're gonna wear heels? I don't know. I still don't understand why Tamara would take them to a wine tasting when 3 out of the 4 girls are not drinking, trying not to drink. Heather, Emily, and Gretchen all head out to dinner in Beverly Hills. Somehow on the way to dinner, they run into a paparazzi and they make a joke about it, like running into paparazzi. They make a joke about that. But then the paparazzi confirms, this paparazzi that they run into, confirms that Heather didn't call the paparazzi and that it was a random shot because this person, this paparazzi they're talking to, knows who shot the picture and knows that it was random. It seemed like a setup. It was totally weird, totally bizarre. And even Emily says in her interview, she's like, "Yeah, was this seems weird. Was this a setup?" So a cute little funny moment, just like a little side thing. So while Gina, Shannon, Jen, and Tamara are wine tasting, they try to explain to Shannon what Haktua is, like the Haktua girl. It's really because Shannon's like, "What are you talking about? Hak what?" And they're like explaining what it is. I'm not gonna say it on here, but you know what it is. And Shannon's just like, what? It's really funny. So at dinner, Heather talks about how since moving back to LA, she has been getting into taking vocal classes, acting classes, and was even invited to a musical that she was in. She's been having so much fun since moving back to LA. It's really like opened up her acting career, which I think is what she wanted or partially wanted because she had an acting career before, so she kind of wanted to reignite that, if I'm speaking correctly, which I never do. The girls back in wine country go for a walk in the vineyard after the wine tasting, and of course Shannon takes a tumble, like her heel gets caught in the dirt. Like again, they're walking around her heels in a vineyard and she like falls down. It's really funny. I just love Shannon. Meanwhile, Gina tells Tamara that Heather told Gina, okay, follow me here. Meanwhile, Gina tells Tamara that Heather told Gina about the fatty photo. So the fatty photo is like resurfacing again. So Heather told Gina about the fatty photo, and Gina's basically saying like, were being mean by showing this picture. And that's how Heather took it. And Tamara's like, oh my gosh, no, that's not how I meant it at all. That's not what I was trying to do by showing that picture. I'm like, okay, Tamara, get it together. The girls head to dinner in the winery and they have like all these oak barrels. It looks really cool. I don't know what it's called when they actually like take the grapes and they're like oaking the wine, oaking the barrels. I don't know. Anyway, it looks cool because they're like tables set up in the middle of this like whatever the thing is, and there's big oak barrels in the back, so it looks like a pretty setting. Of course, they're gonna mess it up by fighting. Tamara tried to clear the air with Jen right away when they sit down for dinner, and Jen brings up the fatty photo because she heard that it was recirculating again, and Jen's not happy about it. So Jen asks her what the intent was behind that fatty photo. I don't like this term, but this is what it was referenced as. Tamara tries to say that she was just trying to say that Jen has changed from that picture, that she used to be like really shy and timid and insecure, and that she was just saying, oh my gosh, look at how far Jen's come. It's not true. We all know it's not true. That's not what Tamara was trying to do. But she apologizes. Tamara apologizes. Jen kind of challenges Tamara some more on why she acts the way she does, and Tamara starts getting really pissed off. She says that she's apologized. Like, what else does Jen want from her? Does she want blood? Like, she gets really upset. And I'm like, are you really sorry if you're getting upset? And like, I don't know. Then Shannon chimes in and says that Tamara doesn't want to take accountability for what she says and does. And then Shannon says Tamara hasn't been in her life for a year and she's never been better, which is a very bold statement because I think they were real friends. I don't really know if they were like camera friends or real friends. I feel like they were real friends. So her saying like for having Tamara out of her life, like she's much better, that's kind of hurtful, but I think it's true. So the episode ends, but they do show clips of next week that they're like alluding to Tamara, like them uncovering Tamara cheating on, I don't know who it was, but cheating on somebody. I don't think it was Eddie. I think it was her previous marriage. I don't know. There's some drama that comes out about Tamara next week, so I'm very excited about it. It looks very juicy. But I hope you enjoyed my recap. What did you think of the episode? I'll link down below a playlist to all the other episodes in this season. Hit that subscribe button to check out all my other recaps. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll check you on the next one.